That's a weird. All right.
Okay, so now let's talk about wild animals. Are there any wild animals in your country? I think in every country there are wild animals, but just
Yeah, of course. This is what made me laugh. Well, yes, of course. The country I live in, Russia, is incredibly diverse geographically in terms of climate and in terms of landscape. Consequently, there is an incredible variety of wild animals living in my country. Um, there are animals that live in the Arctic, somewhere far up north, polar bears, for example, and there are also animals from the subtropic climate, just like colibri birds, for example. But basically, wherever you go, you can stumble upon a wild animal, not only in the wild and in the countryside, but they also sometimes, from time to time, they roam into the cities, searching for food, looking for food, or even hoping to find help from the humans. And there was a case in my city a couple of years ago when an elk went into the city hoping to find help and assistance because it was injured quite badly, and it approached people, unbelievably as it may sound, but nevertheless, since it was a male elk, I would call him a he. He approached people and showed that he was submissive enough and ready to accept help and assistance and treatment. He was treated and then successfully released into the wild again. But yeah, there are quite a few animals, types, species of animals where I live.
okay, yeah. So definitely, my country is blessed with a diverse range of fascinating wild animals, some of them being exotic, and from majestic wolves to agile tigers, or from slithery snakes to tiny lizards. So the fauna of my country never ceases to amaze me. Unfortunately, some of them are on the brink of extinction. Um, well, maybe because of due to rampant development and climate change, or they might be hunted for their fur, like weasels, minks, or others, or for their alleged medicinal properties. So they are endangered. But yeah, I would say there's great biodiversity of species in Russia. Have you ever been to a zoo?
Well, I suppose you will hardly find a person who has never been to a zoo. Yes, of course I have. There is a zoo in my city, and also I tend to go to the zoo whenever I go traveling, simply because I have always been fascinated with the wildlife, and it piques my curiosity and it piques my interest to see how animals interact among themselves and also how they interact with humans. Um, Sadly, not every zoo is a place where animals live their lives in comfort and where they're enjoying. But nevertheless, I do realize that zoos serve a very important purpose. The scientific research that's being carried out in zoos, and also zoos are some kind of a shelter for those animals which were injured, and now they are enjoying their lives in relative comfort and relative comparative safety. Behind the bars, yet they're being taken care of, and so from my point of view, it's okay to have zoos and to go to zoos. Also, we should not forget that zoos serve the purpose of education. Uh, you might tell a child like 1,000 of times that an elephant is an animal which lives in Africa, but a visit to the zoo and a glimpse of this majestic creature would definitely make them remember what an elephant looks like, what an elephant, I don't know, like what the elephant behaves like, and so on and so forth.
Okay. Yeah. And I have visited several zoos in my life, and each visit was a wonderful experience. So it's awe-inspiring to witness the raw power and the untamed beauty of wild animals up close. Unfortunately, many animals are kept in cramped conditions, so there is no room to swing a cat, of course, figuratively speaking. Yeah, so but it looks and it's also good for education and broadening horizons.
Mhm.
And other TV programs about wild animals in your country.
Mm. Well, I can't say for sure since I do not really watch TV much, and the only thing that I can tell in this respect is that there used to be a great program called "В мире животных," so in the world of animals, I suppose. Um, it was definitely a great program since it was this type of edutainment which serves the purpose of both educating and entertaining people at the same time. It was adapted to children's needs. Children used to watch it with great pleasure. And believe it or not, but people in my country hold the host of this program in great awe and respect, even now when he's no longer hosting the show and working for the production of this TV show. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so there are several TV programs like in the world of animals, which you mentioned, and they're dedicated to showcasing the intriguing and sometimes perilous lives of wild animals. And not only are these programs informative, but they also serve the purpose of raising awareness of the importance of preserving the habitats of these creatures, because many of them are on the verge of extinction, and it's also crucial to let people know about it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.